Hello, your grade 7. How are you? I hope that everything is well. No one of you, your grade 7, brought to me his book in order to be corrected. Can I ask why? It's better to do your homeworks and be with me in the lessons, okay? And bring your books to school in order to be checked. The last thing that we were speaking about is living things in their environment. Is what? Living things in their environment. We know about the ecology. We know the keywords in ecology like habitat, environment, and ecosystem, right? Then we spoke about food chains. Then the last thing that we were speaking about is biodiversity. And we had some information about investigating a habitat. And we said that a habitat is the home of a plant or animal, the place where it lives. Right, grade 7? Today we are going to continue in our topic, which is living things in their environment. Let's start with recording the plant life in a habitat. Recording what? The plant life in a habitat. When a habitat is chosen for study, it must be examined closely to collect data. I want what a grade 7. I want to study the plant life in a habitat. I have a habitat. I want to study the plant life in it. I chose a habitat, okay? When this habitat is chosen for study, it must be examined closely to collect data. I want to collect some data or some information about the plant that are in this habitat. Sometimes camera can be used to gather photographic evidence for later study. I might go and take with me what? Camera. Why? In order to gather photographic evidence for later studies. It will help me in the later study to compare between the study that I made and the new one, okay? Often, your grade 7, a map, we made what? Map. Often, a map is made in which the habitat boundaries and major features such as roads or cliffs are recorded. I will make it more clear, just wait. The main kinds of plants growing in the habitat are identified, and the way they are distributed in the habitat is recorded on the map. So on the map I'm gonna record what? I'm going to record the main kinds of plants growing in the habitat. The main kinds of plants growing in the habitat, I will identify them. Then the way they are distributed in the habitat, both of them, they are going to be recorded on the map. And also whether I will find roads or cliffs. Here I have example for a map that they made when they studied the plant life in a habitat. Okay, these are the plants that are recorded in that habitat. We will find it in the habitat that are studied. They studied the habitat where in Yemen. Do you see that one? Yeah. Do you see the green circles? These green circles is the place from where the samples are collected. It is where the samples are collected. And the lines which are with black, they are for roads. For what? Roads. And I have two colors. If you see the brown one for land and the blue one for the sea. This is example for what? For a map. A more detailed study of the way the plants are distributed can be made by using a quadrat and by making a transect. I hear someone of you is saying, Miss, what do you mean by quadrat and transect? Okay, let's know more about them together. Using a quadrat. What is a quadrat? A quadrat is a square frame. Is what? A square frame. You can see down in the picture. This is called quadrat. It is placed over an area of ground and the plants inside the frame are recorded. Like I will bring it. Then I will put it in a place that is chosen randomly in the habitat. Then I will find in each square the plant that grows over there. Okay? Then I will record the name of that plant. You got it? Okay. When using a quadrat, the area of ground should not be chosen carefully. I'm not going to choose it carefully. I'm going to choose it randomly. A carefully selected area might not give a fair record of the plant life in the habitat. This is not going to be a fair record. It is not going to be like for all the plants that over the habitat. I'm going to choose that just a specific place that contains maybe a specific kind of plants, not all of them. That's why I have to make it randomly. We said a carefully selected area might not give a fair record of the plant life in the habitat, but may support an idea that the ecologists have worked out beforehand. I might support just an idea of someone who came before me and make it, okay? That's why I have to make myself. I have to make one study myself, without putting in mind the studies that has been done before me. Okay, grade 7. To make the fair test, the quadrat is thrown over the shoulder so that it will land at random. Usually they make what a grade 7. When you came to a place that you want to study the habitat, you want to study the plant life in the habitat, you will take a rock, small rock, then you will throw it. The place that the rock is thrown in, you will go and put your quadrat. Okay? That's how they choose the place. That's how they choose the place. The quadrat is thrown over the shoulder so that it will land at random. The plants inside it are then recorded. The plants inside it are then recorded. This method is repeated a number of times. I'm gonna repeat this method number of times. Then I will choose different places. It's not gonna be just one place, different places. Repeated number of times, and the results of the random samples are used to build up a record of how the plants are distributed. Okay? An estimate of how many of each kind of plant there are in the area can then be made. After that, I will estimate how many of each kind of plant there are in the area. Okay, we said what? I'm gonna make it randomly and I'm gonna repeat it different times. Then I will see in the different times and different places. Then I will estimate according to the information that I had. Okay, you can see that one. This is a quadrant. Here they are recorded the names of the plants that they found in the habitat, and the last one, as I told you, they made it randomly. Here it is random sampling, and here systematic sampling. This was speaking about what? About using a quadrat. Let's speak about making a transect. If there is a feature such as a bank, a footpath, or a hedge in the habitat, The way it affects the plant life is investigated by using a line transect. By using what? A line transect. You can see down in the picture, this is the line transect. The position of the transect is chosen carefully. Okay, so that it cuts across the feature being examined. I'm gonna put it to cut across the feature being examined. The transect is made by stretching a length of rope along the line to be examined and recording the plants growing at certain intervals called what? Stations along the rope. Do you see that one? This is a rope that they stretch it to be along the line, to be examined along the line that I want to examine. Then I will record the plants growing at certain intervals. I call it a station. I will detect the stations in different places along this rope. Okay? When plants are being recorded along a transect, abiotic factors such as temperature or dampness of the soil may also be recorded to see if there is a pattern between the way the plants are distributed and the varying abiotic factors. Like a grade 7, I make it, for example, in a forest. Okay? Then in this forest, I make this rope from the beginning till at the end. Then when I was moving, I found in the middle there is a damp place. Here in this damp place, there is a specific kind of plants. When I move, I find different soil. Here there is another kind of plants. That's why I have to record the abiotic factors which can affect the distribution of the plant. You got it? Okay, now we know about recording the plant life in habitat. By what? By using a quadrat or making a transect. Let's know about collecting small animals. About what? Collecting small animals. Different species of small animals live in different parts of a habitat. They live in different parts of a habitat. Okay? In a land habitat, they can be found in the soil or maybe on the soil surface and leaf litter, among the leaf blades and flower stalks of herbaceous plants, and on the branches, twigs and leaves of woody plants. Branches, twigs and leaves of woody plants. That's why I find the small animals. You can see it down in the picture. They can be collected from each of these regions using special techniques. Let's know about these special techniques, but you will find it in the other part of this video. Let's meet there.